better at it. You don't get better at it anymore. But then that's the joy I feel from jujitsu. Like you're only getting better. Like I feel like I'm only getting better like 1 centimeter at a time. Like jujitsu is like a. I think it's a slow process. You have to do a lot of practice in order to get better at one technique, right?
Yeah.
You have to keep on doing it and keep on doing it. But then there's a moment where it makes sense to you. There's a moment that application just kind of clicks with me, and but that's after many practices, you know. And that's why I love it, because you weren't able to do one thing like a week ago, but then a week later you're able to do it, and another week later, like that technique is more sophisticated, and it becomes you, your style, um, and I like that about it, like that you can see a progress in what you do. That's why I love jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's just jujitsu just so happened to be something that I like doing, and that's why I keep doing it. I think, yeah, that's why I enjoy it, and that's what jujitsu means to me. Yeah, I like it a lot.
When you talk about like progress, like
Hmm.
what about times when you like don't see progress? What keeps you coming back to it? I guess.
Well, I mean, I do jujitsu for many reasons, you know.
Yeah.
Not only progress, but to see my gym mates too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, for the most part, I like all my gym mates.
Yeah.
I like shooting the shit, talking shit. You know, uh,
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why I go too. And yeah, sometimes like some technique is more difficult than the other, and you just never see a progress. And some techniques are not for you. Apparently, but you just kind of give it a try, because like with anything, like なんて言うんだろう, even if you don't think you could do it, that one 打ち込み you did
Yeah.
is yours. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Like you own it.
you own it, right? Basically, you own it. And then ちょっとしたきっかけでスパーリングとかしてるとそれが出るんだよ、やっぱり体に。And you're not even thinking.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, I couldn't even do that last night, or I couldn't even do it. And this is not something that I'm good at, but then I was able to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, and you're not even thinking, but because you're doing it every day, your body remembers.
Yeah.
And it just comes out.
Yeah.
In rolling. And that's why that's why I go back. Even if the technique is not for you, you never know. In one situation, it just clicks and it just comes out. I mean, I think it's very rare that you see that situation. It doesn't happen like every day. It doesn't happen like every week. It may not happen at all for you. But once every blue moon, it happens. Like it just snaps and you can do it.
Yeah.
And that just amazes me, because that's why, like, it just really reminds me of the time I did football, because yeah, I was very good at what I was doing in football, I think. And sometimes it just clicks with me, you know? And that's what football was to me. In jiu-jitsu, I saw that. Like for instance, like マウントポジションから、腕十字取りに行くムーブメントがあるでしょ、It's harder than I think
It
looks like
Yeah.
on like videos on
Sure.
like you see at like MMA fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People think like, oh
Oh,
shit,
that's easy.
it's easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like
Yeah.
if you go against like people who does jiu-jitsu or who does MMA, like you can't do it
Yeah.
because they know how to guard that, right?
Yeah.
But then when you're rolling, sometimes that like そのやっぱりずっと打ち込んでたその腕十字の打ち込みっていうのが it's just that application, that entire application just clicks with you, and even without thinking, your body moves and you're able to do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's rush. It's a rush. Like I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was able to do that. Like I couldn't even do it, and I'm like, I couldn't even do it at 打ち込み, and I was able to do it in rolling. Like, やっぱ嬉しいよね。
嬉しい。
すごくそれは。
What about like so that like I think it's a really good approach to training. でもさ、アメリカで練習したことある？
ない。まだない。やっぱり。
What are some things you think that are maybe distinct to training in Japan, or like what's a typical practice like for when does it start?
It's changing, but it doesn't. My practice doesn't start till like 9:30 at night usually. Yeah, I mean we want to start like earlier, but then like Tokyo is a very busy city where people don't get to practice till very late.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why like our gym doesn't start till like very late.
Yeah. So 9:30 to like 11:30.
Like 11:30, sometimes 12.
Wow.
Yeah. We just do some uchikomi like a movement, like slow movement. Like we partner up or we group up and we basically like just do a slow movement of whatever the technique you want to do.
So you get to choose?
Yeah. Okay. You get to choose. This is just one practice, like an example of practice. Like you do just slow. So like this is just So you choose and do that for like half an hour to an hour, and then we just go into sparring. And we just roll around. And some practices, like like people like Hayasan would come in and teach us like new technique.
Yeah.
And then we pair up and do that for like half an hour to an hour, and then we roll.
Okay.
In one practice, we would do the movement again. Like we would just do like pair up and start doing movement technique movements, and then we do bubun spa where. じゃあクロスガードからやりましょうとか、ハーフガードからやりましょうとか、
パスしたらまた
やって、それで3分でそれ回すみたいな。で、最後に農技やったりとか。
本当。
でもこれはthis is something relatively like started like recently.
Oh, the nogi?
Nogi, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So that's the kind of practice we do. So like I don't know. I'd love to go to like, アメリカとか行ってやってみたいなと思うけど、やっぱり大きい人多いじゃない。アメリカやっぱ怖いよね。
でも昨日大きい韓国人の人が
そうやったんだけど、
アジアオープンのためにみんな来てる。
そう。アジアオープンのために来てたんだけどね。で、and I won, so I was actually pretty happy with it. そう。
How do people find gyms? Because it's like your gym, like the one in Shinagawa, there's no way you could find that. How do you find that? How do people find it? How did you find it?
Internet, basically. Like I looked through, because Frank was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he joined a gym that's in Aoyama.
Okay.
So. I wanted to find a place like close to like where I live, which is here. And so I got on the internet and started looking for it, and then basically it says like if you're interested, just call this number.
Got it.
I did. Then 水井さんが出て、それでじゃあこの時間からやりましょうみたいな、来て、でその時にみんな大体9時半まで来ないからさみたいに言われて、and so and I basically just Google mapped.
Okay. Okay.
That's how I did it. To find that place. I mean, usually, they have like a big, signs and stuff.
Yeah.
でもみんなそうなんじゃないかな。
Mm.
Or, だからその、この間ゴールドジムみたいに、sometimes there's a class inside. They offer
gym.
class in the gym, like the training gym like that, weight gym. But for me, like I just looked on the internet. I mean, I almost think it's, I'm not like a spiritual or religious person, but I was very blessed to find that place because that gym is, to me, it's very precious. There's no like friction between the participants, like the
Okay.
で結構そういうの聞くのよ他のジムだと。
Oh, really?
で some like instructors and
and the students even?
Not students, but like two instructors, they go head to head, and then they start leaving, and then there's like
some
drama basically. Yes,
yeah.
Drama. で結局だからいろいろだからそれで離れてったりだとかって言って、だから僕が通ってるジムは本当にそういうのないから、いや本当に良かったなと思うね。そういうドラマ一切ないし、みんなだからそれで仲良くっつってもまあ本当にwe would just shoot the shit, talk shit and everything, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's really funny because this is like a running joke in my gym. Like not too long ago, I snapped at my instructor.
Why?
I fucking snapped. It was such an immature on both sides. I shouldn't have snapped at all because he was just joking.
Yeah.
But then I was like, it was right before the tournament. I was cutting weight, so at that point I'm already on the edge.
Yeah.
Nothing personal towards him, but because I'm cutting weight, I'm on the edge. I'm a little stressed out. and my hair was a little longer, like it was down to here.
Okay.
And I cut him like short, like this much.
Oh wow.
Like for the tournament. And then my instructor joking, he was like, 髪切ったやつって表彰台乗れねえんだよ。
嘘、そんな。
Yeah, and I was like, what? It's one, it's super insensitive.
Sure.
Yeah. And two, I'm like, cutting weight, coming to practice. I'm fucking busy as hell. I'm coming to practice. Jiu-jitsu is not just the thing like, I do. I have like, my professional life, I have personal life, I'm dealing a lot of stuff.
You have your own business that you
right? So, I gotta fucking do all that. And like, it's just, the combination of all these negative things just mashed up, like, and then I just snapped. I'm like, 何そんなこと言うんすかってそれで and then like I just lost it for a second, but then I realized that was such an immature thing. And immediately, like after half an hour later, I apologized. And then it's like a running joke. Like he gets pissed off easily. Like
I think I remember him saying something like that.
Yeah, he gets pissed off easily. Like and like it's just like I was at practice and he still talks shit.
Oh man.
Still take a piss at me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was just a bad situation. Yeah, but like I said, it's all good fun. You can't take, like one of the things like you learn in jiu-jitsu is that you don't have to take yourself so seriously. Like, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, and most of the times when I've been doing it for like 5 years, I think 5-6 years, and I'm the newest student in the gym. There was no any like new student after me. So as you can imagine, I'm I'm the least technical one because I'm the youngest. Not only the youngest, but the newest student.
Okay.
Everybody's been doing it for like 10 years, and compared to like people like that, like I wouldn't be able to like roll around. Like at first, I had no idea what I was doing. Like but then so you will lose,
Yeah.
and you can't like take that shit seriously. Like, yeah, sure, he's got like 10 years ahead of you. You know?
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna win. Even if you're like, you know, you have a background in football, you're naturally strong. You're not gonna be able to like take a guy who's been doing it for like 10 years, because technically these guys are way above you.
Yeah.
So you learn to just sort of let that emotion go. Rather than beating that guy, you think about, well, how can I become better? Like, you know, it's a cliche to say it, but like, the biggest enemy you have is yourself, and how to beat the guy you were, and how you can become better tomorrow. And I really think that's the case with jiu-jitsu, you know?
Yeah.
うん
That's pretty cool, man.
昨日やっぱり自分に勝つっていうか、
To beat yourself, your yesterday self.
いや
昨日の自分に勝つ。いいね。
そう。それがやっぱり一番、やっぱり本当に自分の中の敵ってそれで、you know, your gym mates, they're not your enemy.
No, they're not. Yeah.
They're your friends, they're your partners, they're your 仲間でしょ?
Yeah.
I don't go there to, I mean, yeah, sure, like I'm trying to beat him, but what I'm really trying to do is trying new techniques so I can beat him, which means trying to beat yourself.
Yeah.
You know, by like trying to do different technique.
Yeah.
やっぱり昨日の自分よりもさらにいい自分になるためにやってると思うから、それでもやっぱりまあね、勝てたり勝てなかったりするわけだし、俺負けることの方が多いからさ、やっぱりその練習でも試合でもそうだけど、負けることの方がまだまだ多いから。
負けるっていうとさ、それってその練習相手に負けるでしょ。でも
Yeah, when you're sparring and stuff.
でもやっぱ自分には勝ってる。昨日の自分には勝ってる。
勝ってると思いたいよね、それは。だからやっぱり you're not perfect, so sometimes you will go out the night before and you drink and, you know, when you might be practicing with hangover, or like after, you know, tournament you start eating and you gain your, you know, weight back. You're a little slower.
Yeah.
そういう時はやっぱりもうちょっと頑張んなきゃなって思う時はあるけど、I know for a fact, like I know I'm better than I was like 5 years ago when I started.
Yeah.
I'm way better.
Yeah. You would kick yourself's ass.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I would love to roll myself like 5 years ago. A lot of people telling me like I'm rocking white belt, but people tell me like I'm not white belt anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Not just you, but like a bunch of like gym mates would say that too. Like you're not white belt anymore. で昨日もだからいいよlike, you know, 冗談で青帯やるよって言われたけど、冗談だけど、まあでも本当にだからそれくらいやっぱりもう自分でも分かってるくらいやっぱりその自分の中で良くなってってるなってのがあるから。That's why like I can't. This just became. I didn't even think like, you know, when I was like playing football, you know, I couldn't even imagine like a 33-year-old, you know, myself. I sure didn't think I would be doing this, jiu-jitsu, you know. But then I'm very happy that I'm doing it. I'm really happy. Like I said, I think jiu-jitsu found me, and it saved my life in a lot of cases. Especially like when I was going through a divorce, like it wasn't necessarily, you know, nasty divorce or anything, because, you know, it's not like we had children together. It's not like, you know, we had like a crazy settlement or anything, but, you know, it takes a lot of emotional toll.
Yeah.
You know, you have to pay a lot of emotional toll for that. And I was like, I was really, really in the, like, hit the rock bottom. But then I kept on, you know, going to jiu-jitsu, you know. I also had like a, you know, my ACL reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
when I started doing jiu-jitsu too. So like I had to take like 9 months off from practice. So I did my pretty. I kept going back, even after the surgery, even after the divorce, even when I was going through a tough time with like my business. I just kept on going back because one, it took my mind off from all these bad things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That was something that never changed in the gym. Like inside the gym, I felt I was able to let go all that thing, and yeah, I felt like I felt like that's not where I belong, but jiu-jitsu is part of my life.